Yeah, and we back. What up, Fight World? It's the kid, man. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? One time for your mind. Hit the like button. Stop fronting. Yeah, hit the like button. I got some extra time. I want to talk about a few things in boxing. What up? What up? Ego in the building. What up, all the boxing fans? We working. Ego is boss, and you know that. What up? Hey, Toledo in the house. Home of Robert Easter Jr. What it do, y'all? What it don't do? Lube and Charlo, we're going to get to all that, man. We're going to get to the We Working live chats. Some good fight. Some unexpected stuff. Wilder, Stiverne, Richmond. Shout out to the Rich. Hit the like button, man. We about to go in. Baltimore. YouTube still playing with the like count. It's good, man. It don't matter. They know we popping. Let's get the roll call out of the way so we can just get right into it. At the beginning and end of my streams, I like to do roll call. I just want to know where y'all from. So just drop in the comment section. City, state, zip code, area code, all that. Augusta, North Hollywood. Where y'all at, man? Where y'all from? Cities, states, zip code, LBC, that's what I'm talking about. 510 Richmond, Cali. 410 Utah, ATL, the Bronx, Chicago, Augusta, Lancaster, Texas, Brooklyn, Albuquerque, New Mexico, DC, Newark, New Jersey, Homer Shakur Stevenson, VA, Anaheim, Alabama, Vista, California, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Tucson, Oakland, Baton Rouge, Brisbane, Houston, Youngstown, Florida. I heard of Youngstown, Ohio. I didn't know Florida had a Youngstown. That's it. Richmond, rest in peace, 30. Atlanta, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Let me know. Let me know, yo. West Orange, New Jersey. Love your boxing IQ ego. Thank you. Detroit, Orlando, Florida. 407. North Hollywood. Panama City. Let's get into this, man. Zimbabwe. Now, we'll do another one. Check the website, man. We just working. We got the articles up. Make sure when you guys are on the website, you guys share the content too. The bigger we get, the bigger this movement gets. Ego Army, Ego Mafia, we are the mob. The more stuff we'll start doing. Giveaways, all types of stuff, man. We working hard for y'all. But this is the rematch. This is the rematch. Make sure y'all share. Give the likes. We working. My man tuned in from work in Cincinnati. We live, baby. We live out here, baby. But yo, man, I'm still bummed out about this heavyweight fight. I was really getting my ducats in a row to go out to New York. But now, I don't know. And then I hear, this is just a rumor, but I talked about this before on the Ego Rumor Mill. They're talking about making Errol Spence Jr., Lamont Peterson in December. That's like every fucking good fight for the rest of the year is in New York. The Charlo, Lubin, Edeslandi, Lara card, New York. Wilder, Bermain, Stiverne, Sean Porter, Granados, New York. Lomachenko, Rigo, New York. Danny Jacobs and Luis Cuba Arias, New York. And if they do this, Errol Spence Jr. versus Lamont Peterson fight in New York. It's like 6 fucking fights, man. I'm out here in California, so I gotta pick sparingly because I know I'm not gonna go to all them fights because you gotta make it worth it when you go to these trips. Like, people think I love what I do. Don't get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. I love what I do, but it can be exhausting. Like, that's how I got sick, fucking around with these trips. I was in perfect health. Everything was good. Everything was Gucci. And I went all these trips in a short span, fucking on my sleep pattern on different time zones. And then I ended up getting sick. I think I need to get a flu shot too when I feel 100% better, man. Yeah, man. But shout out to New York. They're getting all the fights for the fourth quarter. All the fights. I got an email talking about Adam Amade's Leo Santa Cruz card in LA if I want to apply for that, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to LA just for that. Because that's the same night as the losing fight. You got to pick and choose, man. You got to make it worthwhile unless you're sending people to fights. You know what I'm saying? But if it's you, not like people who are based on the East Coast, based in LA or Vegas or whatever, it's different. Yeah, man, we need some more good fights in LA, like big fights. I think that's a horrible card with Mades. Yeah, I mean, clearly they're trying to build up Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mades too, but I mean, I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's worth a trip down there to LA, because some people don't understand how big California is. California is big. The Bay Area is, if I get in my car, especially depending on when I leave, you have to leave at the right times. That's like a 6.5 hour drive to get to LA. Actually, in fact, people who live in Las Vegas can get to LA quicker than me if we both drove and both left at the same time. Ain't that a bitch? And I live in the same state. You know what I mean? I can get a flight, but sometimes the flights from the Bay Area to LA, the prices are hiked up and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if it's really, really worth it. Bummed out about the Ortiz fallout. I was really looking forward to that. Like, that was the type of fight where, kind of like Povetkin, same scenario. People who are mad at Wilder's resume and saying, like, he ain't fought nobody. Those are the names that were, if he were to beat those guys, would catapult his catalog. But he can't, you know what I mean? They can't pass tests. So it's not his fault. Because that's like Joshua. I mean, Joshua's resume wasn't superb until he fought Klitschko. Klitschko was the name. So that's like Klitschko failing the drug test, preventing the fight. You can't blame that on AJ if that were to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Klitschko would be the name that would catapult him to the next level. We already got a super chat. Everybody do Shmoney Dance. Shout out to Big Time. $5 super chat. Wilder straight right is the answer to all life's questions. Yeah, man. Wilder put dynamite in that, and he's not failing his drug test. So his right hand is deadly. Listen, I have an interview right now with the heavyweight who is in camp with Ortiz, or he's been in camp with Ortiz, but he was in camp for Ortiz with Deontay Wilder, and he rated the power, and he said Wilder, he fought everyone that's of note. And he said Wilder's power was just the most shocking, you know what I'm saying? Like, single shot. He said, I don't know what it is. And he's a southpaw. He's a guy that likes to box too. And he said, I don't know what it is, but the leverage he gets on that right, you feel it. And he's been in there with Luis Ortiz and Anthony Joshua and Povetkin. So they're all big punchers. All of them guys is punchers. And he said Wilder's power is the one that, boom, that just stood out. So it's funny because fans get mad. Fans be like, oh, no, AJ hits harder. But I'm not going to trust you when you just a random person on YouTube commenting versus a pro fighter who's had professional fights and he's been in the ring with all of them. Like, and the thing is, my dude, Linroy Thomas, didn't say anything bad about anyone. he said they all took care of him, like in terms of housing and stuff. He said he got VIP treatment in Russia when he was with Povetkin. They had these little ribbons, and that meant you were with Team Povetkin, and they treat you like royalty. So he didn't have nothing bad to say. So realistically, why would he lie? And we had conversations. See, this is the thing. I'm fortunate to be in a position where I get to talk to these fighters and stuff, because there's stuff that doesn't even make it to the channel, the conversations that I've had. I know about some of your favorite fighters getting knocked out and knocked down and shit and sparring, but it's a business, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to, this ain't TMZ, where I'm just out here spilling the beans on shit that's not really, you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna put someone's business out there like that. So that's a good thing. You get a lot of insight, and it's not just what you hear. Like I did an interview with Sean Porter and Kenny Porter. Everybody keeps talking about Errol Spence Jr., but little do y'all know, I already had a conversation with Kenny about the Errol Spence Jr. fight, and what he had to say made some sense. But everybody in the comment section, since y'all don't know shit and you don't really be there in all that, right? Y'all just jump the gun. Oh, Ego got paid extra. He got paid extra to not talk about Errol Spence. That's not even what happened. But anyway, y'all can keep carrying on, making up shit that you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that, man. On new media. If I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, like, listen, if it's a, like, let's say Lomachenko or Rigondeaux, that's clearly my opinion because the fight hasn't happened. But based on my observations, I'll give you a breakdown. But I'm not going to make up stuff that I don't know. Yeah, Lomachenko said that, if I don't know that, and it's not coming from a good source. But once again, y'all do this in the comment section and then just make up shit. No, Kenny Porter, listen, I have relationships with a lot of people. Errol Spence, Kenny Porter, they're all cool. Sean Porter, all them dudes is cool to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, no favoritism. They're all dope. I know Ellie Setback too. Yeah, I just talked to him at, what fight? Last fight I covered. Not Conor McGregor. They try to create issues with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ellie's cool. Ellie been doing this longer than me. I ain't never had no issue with him. What issue would I have with him? Ness from the Boxing Voice, that's my dude. I don't have no issue with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But these are all the people making moves and getting money. Because when you out there getting money and hustling and working on your small business, I challenge everybody, not just boxing, open up a small business so you can see how it is, fill out a 1099, and, you know what I mean, stick to it for at least a year and see how it's like. I mean, it's just not easy. The hardest part about it is when you first come up, you don't have a team. You know what I mean? And staying self-motivated. There's times I don't feel like doing a live stream, but I'll do it. You know what I mean? Because that's how I get my ends. So I gotta do it. You know what I mean? So it's just different stuff. But a lot of y'all YouTubers in the comment section, y'all just put crazy shit and try to create issues. Like Sean Porter and Errol Spence, for example. Little do you know, Errol Spence, Broner, and all them were in town for Mayweather McGregor, and they were all hanging out. But y'all want to pit Errol Spence versus Broner, Errol Spence versus Porter, and them dudes is all cool. So, you know what I mean? That's what y'all do. Now, like Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, that's a little bit different. I don't think they hang out and shit like that. But Errol Spence and Porter, they hang out. I'm sure if the time was right, the money was right and stuff, they would probably fight each other. But that's that. We need to rename the WBO the top rank championship. Yeah, it seems like they keep that belt on the top rank HBO, ESPN side. Yeah, you tripping, Pennywise, talking about down here we all float. Hey, y'all float too. What? Yeah, man, I'm bummed out about the Wilder shit, though. I was really, really looking forward to that fight. But like I said, it's not Wilder's fault. It's not Wilder's fault at all. Shout out to Daniel Corona, $5 super chat. Money dance. I don't know if I'm going. I really don't. Because listen, the next big fights, not like Abner Matas versus Chris Avalos or whoever he's fighting. Next big fights are all in New York. So I got to be sparing because it's also the holidays. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, burn a bunch of bread. I can claim these trips on my taxes, but that's not till next year. But I'm not trying to burn all this bread. You gotta be sparing and budget. You know what I mean? If it was Luis Ortiz, I was definitely gonna try to go. But for Bermain Stiverne, I don't know. Like I've interviewed Bermain Stiverne several times, but my biggest issue is he has not been active. He's on the listen. He last fought against Derek Rossi, got knocked down in the first round in 2015, and that was in November. I think November 10th. He's fighting on November 4th. So, in essence, he hasn't fought in 2 years. That's how long it's been. So, had I seen him more, like let's say he was active, he fought like Charles Martin, Dominique Brazil, that'd be a little bit different. But that activity that's scary. I mean, and to his credit, he was trying to fight Povetkin, but last year Povetkin failed a drug test, so that's not really his bad. Yeah, and see, that's what I'm trying to see is because if Spence fights Peterson at the Nassau Coliseum, I might try to go to that. But I gotta see, man. All this shit costs money, and New York ain't cheap, at least for hotels. Because I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? I got my camera equipment and computer stuff. I'm not trying to be at no fucking Airbnb cheap ass place. You know what I'm saying? With roaches and shit. New York got rats that are this big. You know what I mean? So I'm not just trying to be anywhere. Not that I'm afraid of being in the hood or whatever. Shout out to Alejandro, who just submitted $5 via Venmo. I told you we working, man. We got the Venmo. People appreciate the channel and the knowledge we working, trying to get to the next level. Working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes that y'all don't know about. A lot of projects. And I'm not one to just be talking. So you guys will see all this stuff coming soon to a theater near you. Shout out to Decatur, Illinois in the building. But yeah, man, I'm disappointed in the Wilder. The only thing that I think is actually good, do y'all want to know? Can we get to like 75 to 100 likes so I can tell y'all? Love the channel, bro, and your view on the fight and fighters. Thank you. I'm myself. I'm realistic. I try to give people a fair shake and just be open. Can we get to 75 to 100 likes? I want to let y'all know what it is, the good thing about this particular fight for me, Stiverne. Even though I'm disappointed that Luis Ortiz fight ain't happening. Now for me, the good thing is this, because we already hit 75 likes. The good thing is this. This is a mandatory obligation. So let's say Stiverne just fought in the undercard, right? If let's say Wilder beat Luis Ortiz, let's say the WBC said, okay, fuck it, you can still fight him, right? And he beat him. Then Wilder may still have to take care of his mandatory Bermain Stiverne in 2018. But the good thing is through no fault of Deontay Wilder's, he's not getting to fight Luis Ortiz, but he can get his mandatory out of the way. If you guys understand what I'm saying. That's kind of like the only good thing. And I'm gonna read a quote for you. It's on the website. Make sure you guys check out the website. We're not just YouTube no more. Bermain Stiverne asked for it, so he's gonna get it. Whatever happens, happens. Ask and you shall receive. I'm relieved to be getting my mandatory out of the way. At least now I won't have to deal with that down the road. Stiverne will pay for Luis Ortiz screwing up. That's coming from Wilder, man. Check out the website, boxingego.com. We working. And you know that. But I agree with him. And I was actually thinking that before I even read the quote. But that's the good thing about this, because if Wilder fought Ortiz he would still at some point have to keep running off of Stiverne to make other big fights in 2018. So the good thing is, if he fights him and successfully defends his title, which he should be the favorite, especially with Stiverne's inactivity, then now his mandatory is out of the way. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up with Povetkin, so I don't even know if he's even in the rankings anymore. But Stiverne is the #1 mandatory, and he could get that out of the way. So when he starts 2018, he almost has a clean, fresh start. Versus if he fought Luis Ortiz and beat him, he would still have this mandatory situation lingering over his head. So that's about the only good thing. But I still wanted to see the Luis Ortiz fight, but through no fault of Wilder's, that is not what we're getting. Who said we're going to wait till Wilder gets old? What are you talking about? What's popping, y'all? We just having an impromptu talking this boxing. Spence got the juice, but I need to see more. Shit. How can you see more when no one was trying to fight him? Spence don't have one punch knockout power. Who cares? Neither does Golovkin. Most guys don't. Sergey Kovalev doesn't really have. He has power for sure, but I mean he's not really knocking fools out with one single punch. Most guys don't have that. There's a couple guys, Julian Jackson, Wilder, Tyson maybe. There's a couple guys, but it don't matter if you're still strong as fuck and people can't take your power and break you down with a couple punches, then it don't matter. Thurman doesn't have one punch knockout power. What are you talking about? Fleek vids? If he has one punch knockout power, how'd he let Leonard Bundu off the hook when he got hurt in round 1? Meanwhile, Errol Spence knocked him out. Okay. Who's Thurman? He didn't even knock out Soto Carrasco with one punch. He buckled him and fucked him up with one punch. See, y'all just be saying shit. I don't do that. Shit I say I could back up. And see, power is different. Some people can hurt you badly with one shot, and some people can knock you the fuck out with one shot. There's difference. Like Lucas Matisse, I think he has. I mean, he knocked out my dude Mike Dallas Jr. with one punch, right? Or he'll hit you with one, like Lamont Peterson. One punch flush clearly affected Lamont Peterson to the point where the fight was pretty much done after that. You know what I'm saying? Ruslan Provodnikov has single game-changing punch power where if he lands that shit flush, you fucked up. Ray Beltran has a lot of power too. Yeah, so, I mean, but like I said, there's different severities of power. It don't matter as long as you win it. You know what I'm saying? Power is cool, but that don't just win you the whole fight. Thurman definitely not one time at this level. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you could sleep on Thurman's. I mean, Danny Garcia just did an interview. He said Lucas Matisse hit him harder in them early rounds than Keith Thurman did. He said Keith Thurman has good power, but it ain't what people say. So, I don't know. Power is different for different people, too. Certain people respond. Like, you know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia, maybe Keith Thurman doesn't have one-time power. But if Amir Khan got hit with them same shots, maybe to him that is one-time power. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just depends on the fighter. That's a lie. Thurman had him wobble. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these fighters, if you know you got, I mean, in that situation, if you know you might have to rematch the dude down the line, I mean, you don't want to give up too much ground. So most fighters aren't going to be 100% true. Like, damn, I was on my deathbed. You know what I mean? Especially when he didn't get knocked down and he recovered. You know what I mean? If he rematches Thurman and he's like, man, Thurman fucked me up. He hit me so hard, I was about to go down. You know what I mean? You don't want to give him that type of type of fucking credit. Because what if you fight him again? Who do I think Mikey Garcia should fight? Jorge Linares or Robert Easter Jr. Those are dope. Those are dope fights. Does Canelo get better second time around? As long as he can improve upon his game plan and stamina, yeah, I think he does. But Bernard Hopkins compared it to Ward Kovalev 1 and 2. And he thinks the rematch would be like that. And you know, I kind of agree with him. I don't know that he stops Golovkin, but I think he can make better adjustments. Because I was at Ward's, I covered Andre Ward's last 5 fights or whatever. 5 or 6 fights, right? And when he fought Sullivan Barrera, that was his first fight at the full light heavyweight. And when he covered Kovalev the second time, I think his body had filled out more. Same thing with Robert Guerrero. When Robert Guerrero fought Celtic Iden, he didn't look like a welterweight to me. He looked kind of wiry and like a lot smaller. But then by the time he fought Floyd, he looked bigger. You know what I mean? He started doing that cross fitness and all that shit. And he just looked like he filled out. So sometimes it takes more. Canelo looked in shape, but what he's doing is jumping up in weight. Fought Chavez Jr., who didn't really provide much resistance. Then he fought the guy who's the #1 middleweight, and he went the distance, didn't get knocked down. So as he has more fights at middleweight, I think he'll acclimate a little bit better. See, that's something people sleep on. If you really think about what I just said, really analyze what I just said. Like, even Ward, and that's my dude, Andre Ward didn't even do that. He knew Kovalev was an experienced champion, and he took a couple of tune-up fights before he took the fight. And, I mean, Sullivan Barrera, I wouldn't even say it's like a tune-up fight, because Sullivan Barrera could beat your ass depending on your skill level. But he fought Sullivan Barrera, Alexander Brand, so he took 2 before fighting Kovalev in that third light heavyweight fight. Canelo, he took really 1, and that was Chavez Jr. And Chavez Jr. wasn't even a good gauge because he didn't really do shit. But get robbed in his hotel after the fight. You know what I mean? So you got to give Canelo credit, because imagine if Canelo would have took 2 or 3 tune-up fights. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get knocked down, and he didn't get stopped by Golovkin, and he only had 1 fight, not even at 160 or 164.5, and it wasn't even a good competitive fight or a fight that would push him. And he, you know what I'm saying? He fought to a draw. Some people think Golovkin should have won and this and that, but you got to think about that. The motherfucker didn't even have tune-ups. Even the Chavez Jr. fight, like I said, if Chavez was fighting like he fought Andy Lee or something, then that would have been a good preparation. But Chavez Jr. didn't really do shit. So in actuality, he kind of just went in there and fought Golovkin. So I give Canelo credit for that. And I know a lot of y'all get mad and start saying like homoerotic thing, oh, you sucking Canelo's dick. I'm just a truthful fan of boxing, and I give credit where credit's due. I have no problem. I've told you Canelo's, I thought he shouldn't have vacated his belt like that. I thought he shouldn't have fought Amir Khan, Liam Smith. But if he does something good, I don't have no animosity. This is boxing. It's a big drama show. You know what I'm saying? I give everybody their propers if they deserve it. Straight up. What y'all talking about? Okay, we got 104 people in the chat and 104 likes. You dig? We even. We even right now. Since you got 100K, has things changed for you? Not really. The mission is still the same. Like men lie, women lie, numbers don't, but nothing changes. You could, like, for real, if you guys want to be, let's say you want to get a YouTube, don't really focus on what other people are doing and don't focus on numbers. It's just like losing weight. If you want to lose weight and you check your weight every single hour or every day, that's not good. Just put the work in at the gym, and then maybe have like a weekly or bi-weekly check, and then check your weight. But there's little weird things that happen with weight. You know what I mean? Like you wake up and you might have water weight or some shit, and you might weigh more, you might weigh less. So you could get discouraged easily. So even though I hit 100K, I don't really focus on that. I mean, that's a milestone, and that's an accomplishment. But you just keep pushing. I'm trying to hit the next K, 150, 125, 200. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really focus on that. Shout out to Rite Aid. I'm in the stock room pretending to work while watching this. Hey, you a fool. That's funny. I remember them days when I used to work at Lowe's and Best Buy and different places. I'd be in the back like, fuck that, in the warehouse and shit. Great work, Ego. Nah, man, it's really up to the fans. The fans run the channel, and I just give my assessments, my creativity, and, you know what I mean, just put my mark in the game. I'm trying to leave my mark like Zorro. Just keep it pushing. Man, 1 million subs, that would be crazy. Boxing is such a small community. You know what I mean? You have to put in work to get to 1 million. Because ain't nobody at 1 million. But if I had a prank channel and I'm just doing a bunch of fucking pranks, that shit would get to 1 million quicker. But it's all good though. Shout out to my dude Victor Trejo. I told y'all them yellow and orange super chats. I almost called it a Snapchat. Snapchat super chat, you know. And he just said he's sending some cheese. $15, 5 times 3. He just donated $15 to the movement. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on, man. I appreciate it. All these super chats. I'm really trying to get back to the game in ways that I can. We got the website cracking. You know what I mean? We got articles. Boxingego.com. We the future. Terence Crawford versus Jeff Horn. I told you I'm not picking against Crawford unless I really see fit. Again, my personal taste as it sits right now, today, October, whatever date it is, I think Errol Spence is the hardest fight for Crawford at 47. Period. I think that's the most, stylistically and all that, I think that's the most challenging fight. And unless I see like a huge reason or decline, I'm not really picking against Crawford. It's definitely not against Jeff Ross. I mean, I said Jeff Ross. Jeff, what's his name? Horn. See, listen, no shade to Pacquiao, but Pacquiao, see, people got mad. It's so funny because these motherfuckers be getting mad when I say stuff, and then over time you start to see exactly what I was talking about in a lot of these instances. The thing is this, Pacquiao is not a smart fighter. Pacquiao sleeps Crawford. Fleet videos, you've been saying stupid shit since you got on here. Why didn't he sleep Jeff Horn? Why didn't he sleep no one since 2009? Get your ass in the hot seat. Should I put him in the hot seat? Jump in the hot seat, Fleet. We about to fleek you up out this chat. It's up to the fans, man. All right, Fleet. Get this work. So, Fleet Vids, do you accept the hot seat? Because I want you to explain that. Just say yes or no. You don't have to say nothing else. Pacquiao's the greatest. Just say yes or no. Yes or no. Fleet Vids, we on you now. Pause. Where you at, Fleet? See, every time. Let's get it. Okay. You said Pacquiao would sleep Terence Crawford. Please just explain where that's coming from. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. Now, this might be a little bit hard. It might be a little bit harder because Pacquiao's not even trying to fight Crawford. So we're going to have to build off of what you say to prove it. But Pacquiao and his team don't even want to fight him. So it's kind of hard for me to prove what would happen in a fight where they won't take it. But let's hear your reasoning why this would happen so I can flame you up. We're going to fleek you out of here. Fleek. Where you at, Fleek Vids? So you said Crawford gets slept by Pacquiao. Please explain. Because you in the hot seat. And I know it's sizzling. Lasagne, we sizzling you, boy. You in the hot seat, Fleek. Come on, man. See how it always takes forever to get the response in? They always have these big, bold, big bad wolf claims and stuff, and it takes forever. Sound like you sleep, because where you at? Crawford couldn't take a punch from Gamboa. First of all, you sound like a rookie, because how couldn't he take a punch from Crawford or from Gamboa, but he stopped Gamboa and he never got knocked down? So how is that not taking a punch? See, people like you be fucking the game up, because you'll say like, oh, Tim Bradley has a glass jaw because he got hurt by Ruslan. Ruslan is supposed to hurt you. He's a power puncher. You know what I mean? Gamboa is an athletic puncher. When he first came in the game, they were calling him Baby Mike Tyson. So you can't say that Crawford couldn't take a punch. If he couldn't take a punch, he would have got stopped. You can get hurt. I mean, Gamboa has hurt plenty of guys. So what are you talking about? How can you say someone can't take a punch and they never got knocked down and they end up knocking the person down 4 times? Strike one. Told you this is going to be some easy work. And how small was Gamboa compared to Pacquiao? You're still doing triangle theories. You sound stupid, and you're wasting your responses. Gamboa fight was years ago, and Crawford seems to be more confident and more like he seems to be improving. So, like, since you're talking about Pacquiao so much, Pacquiao lost to Rustico Torrecampo. Who the fuck is that? But then he later went on to beat legends like Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera and Juan Manuel Marquez, Bradley. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, it's about progression in time. Pacquiao wouldn't lose. The Pacquiao of 2009 wouldn't lose to Rustico Torrecampo. If Gamboa fought Terence Crawford this December, he would get annihilated. He just quit against Robinson Castellanos. That's how Crawford got his name. Yeah, because he stopped Gamboa. He was the first one to do it. You get in that casket, boy. It's about improvement. Certain people, like Danny Garcia, in his first fight with Eric Morales, he struggled a little bit with the older Eric Morales. But then by the time he had the rematch, he had fought probably like Zab Judas and different people, and he spun Eric Morales to fuck around. And Eric Morales tested positive for clenbuterol. So it's really, timing is everything in boxing. But Gamboa was laid off. You about to get laid off. So and now you're just what you guys always do. We're talking about why Pacquiao would sleep Crawford. And you keep steady wasting all your responses talking about the Gamboa fight from years ago. Talk about how, let's get to the part where Pacquiao is going to sleep Crawford. And your whole rationale of thinking is because Gamboa buckled him, but then got knocked the fuck out and dropped 4 times. That's stupid. Now, see, you're desperate, boy. Pacquiao prime versus Crawford prime. Listen, there's no time machine for this boxing shit. So it's whatever version of Crawford is now and whatever version of Pacquiao is now. You know what I'm saying? You can't, Pacquiao after David Diaz. It's impossible to do that. So if they fought, it would be the current versions of both fighters. And Pacquiao, you said, would stop him. So what are you bringing up prime versus prime, whenever that was? Because you're saying he would stop him now. You didn't say prime Pacquiao would stop Terence Crawford in his prime. You said Pacquiao would sleep Crawford. So that's pretty much 3 strikes. You're getting bodied. You're referencing Gamboa, which was really Crawford's breakout performance. Pacquiao like 38 when he fought Horn. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? And he lost and he was bloody as fuck. You getting bodied, dude. I shouldn't even vote because I already know I bodied you. But we'll do the vote. If you think Fleek Viz got that L in the hot seat and didn't explain how Manny Pacquiao would sleep Terence Crawford, put your L's in the sky. Put your L's up. Put your L's up. That's a good point. Floyd Mayweather was like 38 when he beat Manny Pacquiao. Skills pay the bills. If your style is so stupid and reckless where you can't evolve as an older man and tailor your style to your slowing down body, that's your fault. So you getting the L Boogie. Bye-bye, Fleek. Nice playing with you. Thanks for playing the hot seat. You got flamed up out of here. He got robbed. Nah, man. Fuck. You got blocked. Bye, Fleek. Get him out of here. Another hot seat victim. See, I told y'all. I don't know why y'all try to go against new media. This is Death Row East. I told you all that other stuff that y'all used to just do and get away with it, that's no more. You talking about, listen, man, I don't even know why I even do this, man. It's too easy. Listen, I was about to flame him even more, but I didn't even have to. Listen, Jeff Horn has no defense. None. He got some kangaroo Australian defense or something, but he doesn't have defense. And Pacquiao had him on Queer Street, badly hurt in round 9, and still could not finish him. And he lacks experience. He lacks experience at a high level. Randall Bailey was his best name. And Pacquiao still didn't finish him in that round 9 and still didn't fight smart, right? So why would Crawford get stopped? But Brandon Rios, whose style is tailor-made for what Manny Pacquiao does, Brandon Rios was coming off a loss. Brandon Rios was coming from 140, moved up 7 pounds, fought in Macau, China, which is on a time zone that's closer to the Philippines. Brandon Rios trained in America for the most part of his camp. Pacquiao was in the Philippines after getting knocked out by Marquez. So he really had all the advantage. Rios coming off a loss too, and Rios moving up 7 pounds. And Rios didn't even get stopped. Chris Algieri, who has very limited punching power and even limited boxing career because he was a kickboxer, right? He didn't get stopped, even though he got dropped a gang of times, 6 times or so, right? But Terence Crawford is the one that gets stopped. You guys got to make it make sense. This shit is too easy to flame. Look, Pacquiao, since Miguel Cotto, has not had a knockout. He hurt Mosley, couldn't knock him out. Look, Miguel Cotto in 2009 was his last knockout. Couldn't knock out Clottey, who barely threw any punches. Margarito was a punching bag. Busted his eye, couldn't knock him down. Hurt Shane Mosley, couldn't stop him. Looked shitty in the Marquez 3 fight. Bradley didn't look great, fought in flurries. Marquez knocked him the fuck out after they traded knockdowns in the 4th fight. Brandon Rios coming off a loss, moving up 7 pounds. He didn't even technically knock him down because they ruled it a slip, and he lost the decision. Bradley was beating his ass for the first 5-6 rounds and then put too much on his punches, gassed out, but then lost the decision. Chris Algieri, limited experience as a boxer, got knocked down 6 times and survived. Floyd Mayweather beat his ass and limited him to 71 punches. Bradley started doing cartwheels, got knocked down twice, but he did ring Pacquiao's bell in that fight. Jesse Vargas got knocked down once and lost, and that's a career 140-pounder who was the champion. And then Jeff Horn beat him. So, literally, what in that shows me that he'll beat Crawford? Beat, let alone knock him out, like old boy was saying. See, I'm telling y'all, man, people always ask me how I get predictions right. I think with my noodle rather than my heart. And that's it. That's one of the main ingredients. And a lot of y'all still waiting for Pacquiao to resurrect his heyday. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like DMX, who's one of my favorite rappers, but he's not really at the point he was when he released Is Dark and Hell is Hot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Crawford fight would be a stylistic nightmare. Look at Pacquiao's height. He's 5'5.5", and he's 38. That would be a horrible fight. And that's why Freddie Roach keeps saying, oh, Crawford's #1. Oh, African Americans and a Filipino won't sell on pay-per-view. Michael Cox is like, we hate his style. Because y'all know at the end of the day, that's not a good fight for Pacquiao. Listen, Marquez is older than Pacquiao. He was damn near like 40 when he was fighting Pacquiao and some of them later affairs. And he doesn't even have the greatest defense, but he's a good counterpuncher. He's not even really athletic. He just has good timing, and he was able to knock Pacquiao out and or beat him on more than one occasion, depending on who you ask. So Terence Crawford is taller. He's African American, and he has an American style where he has slickness, he has defense, he can switch it up, use his legs like he did versus Postal, stand in front of you and go to war, try to anticipate shots. That's a horrible style for Pacquiao, which is why we haven't seen it. Period. But y'all keep betting with your heart, and I'll keep winning. Keep getting this money. And it's no shade. Pacquiao's a legend. First ballot Hall of Famer. But Pacquiao ain't looked the same in a minute. You know what I mean? And like I said before, y'all get mad as you want. Pacquiao is not a smart fighter. He's never been known for being a smart fighter. Like, I never seen Pacquiao sequences where he's just doing, like, Canelo is a smarter fighter than Pacquiao. And I'm not saying Canelo's better or this and that. I'm just saying smart. In terms of smart, catching and shooting, anticipating shots, fighting off the rope, Canelo is a much more complete fighter than Pacquiao. However, this is boxing. So sometimes you get a guy like Roy Jones or Pacquiao who doesn't even do things by the book, and they're massively successful. So there's different ways to win. You know what I mean? You could be a brute force guy and still beat people's ass, but Pacquiao's never been a smart fighter. In fact, this is the bottom line with Pacquiao, and I don't even really feel like I should have to do this, but a lot of y'all, I'm not shading Pacquiao. I can prove everything I'm saying. Pacquiao fought a lot of people with weight stipulations. Either they were fighting at a catch weight late in their careers, or weights that were harder for them to make, or he had more experience at welterweight and they were moving up to welterweight, fighting guys over losses. In all actuality, I think a lot of Pacquiao's later career, like Marco Antonio Barrera and them wins were all legit. But a lot of his later career is almost like clever matchmaking. Period. Jay Lumez, $2 super chat, Shmoney Dance. Terence Bud Crawford vacated all belts or fighting 2 weight classes. He's done with 140. He's moving up to 47. And tell otherwise, but I was at his last fight. He said he's moving up to welterweight. It wasn't about competing in 2 weight classes. He's moving up. So that's that. But Pacquiao's had a lot of like advantages and tailor-made. Like, put it this way. We could do this, man. You guys can get mad as you want. Jump in the hot seat. Dude moved up 8 weight classes and gained power. How sway? You guys let me know. But I can't prove nothing with that, so I'll leave that aspect alone. But even with this, when is the last time that Pacquiao fought a young, hungry lion with a lot of momentum? A young, hungry lion with a lot of momentum. Like a champion who's undefeated, or a guy who just was like really impressive in his last 3 or 4 that was much bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Like a Maidana. When Floyd fought Maidana had a lot of forward progress and momentum, as they say in football, right? Maidana knocked out Josecito Lopez. He knocked out Jesus Sotocras, knocked out some guy in Argentina, and nearly knocked out Broner, but he definitely hurt him and knocked him down twice. And that was a fight he was probably supposed to lose on paper. And so he had like 4 really good fights, and he was a champion. People forget that. When Maidana fought Broner, he was a champion. I mean, when Maidana beat Broner, he was a champion when he fought Floyd. And you can't say Floyd Mayweather because Floyd's older than Pacquiao. I said a young, hungry lion. How is he a young, hungry lion, Floyd, when he's older than Pacquiao? That doesn't even make sense. And that definitely doesn't answer my question. I'm talking about like when Mayweather fought Canelo. Canelo was 23. He was this young hotshot stud fighter that people were talking up. He was significantly bigger than Floyd, and he was a champion, undefeated. With he had fought a lot of smaller guys, but he still had some names on his resume. And he showed the ability to box. It was coming off the Austin Trout win. I like a Canelo. I can't think of a Canelo that Pacquiao fought in his last half of his career. Chris Algieri coming off the Ruse and Provodnikov split decision. 23 is not extremely young, I think. You making excuses. Canelo can't beat Floyd because he can't beat Floyd. Mike Tyson was like 20 when he knocked out Trevor Berbick, who beat Muhammad Ali. Know your boxing. So age ain't anything. Erickson Lubin is 20 or whatever the fuck age he is, and if he beats Jermel, excuse me, then what are you gonna say? Age is something, but there's a lot of guys who've been youthful and beat guys they weren't supposed to beat, or beat guys stepping up. So you making excuses. Pop quiz. How old was Floyd when he won his first title? I'll wait. Let's see who knows they boxing. How old was Floyd? No, he wasn't 18. Exactly, 21. He was 21 when he fought Gennaro Hernandez. So, Gennaro Hernandez was a reigning champion. Canelo was 2 years older than that. So don't make no excuses. Like I said, Mike Tyson was 20 and in the heavyweight division where one punch can fuck you up. Period. People like to do that shit. But if you go back into the history books and go look at those old videos, and look at the comments that said comment from 4 or 5 years ago when the fight was happening, people were actually picking Canelo. Some people, whether they were picking for the right reasons, their heart or whatever, they were still picking him to win. And that's what it is. So, y'all gotta understand the sport, man. Canelo really thought he was gonna win. And that's the other thing that's dangerous. Canelo was undefeated and had been calling out Floyd for years. He really wanted that opportunity. So don't make no excuses now. He had been calling him out for years. And like, let's say Canelo fought him after Alfonso Gomez, he was calling Floyd out way back then. He was on Mayweather's undercard. I think it was Mayweather Ortiz undercard. Then you could be like, okay, maybe say it was too premature. But he had several fights after that and topped off with the Austin Trout win. And he had like Oscar, who hates Floyd, who's probably feeding Canelo the blueprint. Hey, guys, I know Canelo is young, but we have a strong game plan to beat Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So he had an additional person. But Floyd is Floyd. Just get used to it. It's just what it is. Y'all want to make it. I hate that about boxing fans. Piss poor, spoiled ass fans. I do believe. Oscar De La Hoya always be saying this shit twice. Hey, I do believe. Don't make no fucking excuses. You had the blueprint. Canelo he truly has the blueprint to beat Floyd. No, you don't have the blueprint. So don't make no excuses after the fact. If he had the blueprint, what happened? I thought he was the architect. Listen, man, me, right or wrong, I'm a man with mine. Oscar done had the blueprint for Victor Ortiz, came up short. Ortiz getting two-piece onto the canvas. Canelo. Just deal with it, man. Floyd is Floyd. What else y'all talking about? Who do you think had the best Floyd fight? Ego. What does that mean? Like Floyd's best performance, or who pushed Floyd the most? I don't understand it. I don't understand the question. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I don't think Canelo would beat Floyd now. You know what I mean? Floyd's no dummy. He sees Canelo's probably improved and stuff, but Canelo's stamina still looks suspect. And the biggest thing, Canelo doesn't have fast feet. So how you gonna get a guy who's much more elusive than you, and he's just sweeter on defense with fast feet? It's gonna be hard. And the biggest thing, Floyd's not beating these guys because he's stronger than everybody. He's beating guys on pure skill. That's it. Pure skill. He's smarter than them. Listen, like Conor McGregor looked huge next to Floyd. Huge. He's youthful. He's supposed to be a big, huge puncher. And Eddie Alvarez, you've seen that, but it's different. Eddie Alvarez ain't no fucking Mayweather. Most of them dudes in the UFC, a lot of them can't box at the boxing level. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple guys that might do all right. Like Stipe Miocic, he was like, I think, a silver Golden Gloves fighter. He might be able to do all right, but I don't know because he would be fighting in the heavyweight division. And them dudes are seasoned boxers who can crack. So I don't know that he'll do all right. You know what I mean? There's a couple people. Cody Garbrandt's boxing solid, but it's just different, man. MMA is different. And that's not going to... Like, pacing is different. 5-minute rounds or 3 5-minute rounds versus 12. Judah versus Floyd was a good fight. Who is better, Mayweather or Ward? I mean, they're both legends, but I would say Mayweather. I mean, Mayweather's never even been knocked down. So that just shows you his ring IQ is on another planet. But they're both great fighters. Yeah, I fuck with Cody Garbrandt. He's dope. See, Mayweather dominates people. Like the Canelo fight, that was mad impressive. He had Canelo looking like shit in there. Like, I was born shit. Like, Canelo didn't look good in there to me. And I don't think it was so much his age or whatever. I think it was Floyd is Floyd. You know, he knows how to anticipate. Like, you guys have to understand boxing and analyze it like I do. There was sequences in the Mayweather-Canelo fight, right, where Canelo was like, I don't know if he's playing possum, but he was on the ropes. And he was trying to actually fight like Floyd almost. And Mayweather paused for a second, and then he went to work on Canelo, start sticking him to the body, start hitting him with sweeping rights, shooting uppercuts. Golovkin didn't even do that. And Golovkin is the boogeyman. Golovkin is this huge puncher, you know what I'm saying, who was bigger, taller, supposed to be stronger than Canelo. And Golovkin looked intimidated by Canelo and hesitant against the ropes. He didn't fight like Dominic Wade or Willie Monroe. He didn't fight Canelo off the ropes like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's impressive because Floyd was the guy who moved up more weight than Canelo moved down. You know what I mean? And it was clearly small. I think on the weigh-in, they said he weighed like 148, 151 on the night of the fight or something. That's crazy. The smaller man is bullying Canelo on the ropes versus Golovkin, and that's his bread and butter, so to speak. And he seemed more intimidated by Canelo. Listen, Golovkin's a good fighter, but you guys have to understand, that boy Golovkin landed 8 body shots on Canelo. 8? 8? That's crazy. That's crazy. 8 body shots? That's crazy. Eight body shots though? That's from the opening bell. Look at Floyd. Canelo was trying to hit him too. Trying to hit him with some hard shit. And Floyd was fighting him stupid aggressive in them early rounds. Floyd is just different level, I'm trying to tell you. Floyd was fighting aggressive. He wasn't fighting like Canelo was the bigger man. and he didn't look intimidated. Golovkin, in them early rounds, Floyd was more aggressive than Golovkin was in them early rounds. And Floyd is the person who's smaller. Bro, look at... Oh, my God. Look at Floyd in the early rounds. Golovkin was... He didn't even pick up... Look. Golovkin didn't even pick up until... Look. Bow. Gotcha. Bro, this shit is... Hold on. This shit... Floyd is... He's the ringmaster. Hold on. Watch this counter. Look. Canelo tried to get some cute in there. Floyd like, nope. Look. Canelo's trying to get him. Another thing, Mayweather's a master at range. He controls that range like no other. He knows how much space you need to launch your attack, how much space he needs. Look at this counter. Wow. So you guys analyze that. How come little Floyd was more aggressive in the first 3 rounds than the bigger Golovkin? Golovkin was noticeably taller and had a longer reach and all that than Canelo, and is supposed to be the bigger puncher. Yet he only landed 8 body shots. I know for a fact, I don't have the stats, but I know for a fact Floyd didn't land no fucking 8 body shots on Canelo. Look, Canelo was feeling it early. Defense. You gotta know your range, bro. Floyd was not fighting. He's a smaller man. Got hit in the nuts. Look at Floyd's body shot right there. Oh, my gosh. Look at the body shot right there. Okay. Off the ropes. Attacking first. Oh, my gosh. Look. But y'all always be doing that. Floyd's a bitch and pillow fisted, scary pussycat and all that. So funny to me. Yeah, Canelo definitely learned from the Floyd fight. As he should. He was 23, you know what I'm saying? He gave his best account for himself. Kept it pushing. Look at Canelo's team. You're losing the rounds. He keeps getting you. His own trainers knew what was up. You're losing the rounds. Trying to get him with one punch won't work. Floyd's just Floyd, I'm trying to tell y'all. His whole family was looking spooked in there. And Canelo, the thing is, Canelo had called for this. He wanted that. Look, bro. Floyd's a different level. Look at Floyd exchanging in front of big-ass Canelo, who outweighed him. This shit is crazy. If you really think about skill. Look, he's right in front of him. Still countering. Bow. Right in front of him, countering. Side. Oh, bow. Canelo trying to counter. Nice jab. Floyd smirks. Floyd's defense was sharp. But I put stuff like that in perspective. Like I said, Golovkin is the bigger puncher, taller fighter, and Floyd fought more aggressive in the first 3 rounds. Really think about that. Why would the little man? And that's because of the level of confidence. It's a level of confidence. He knows Floyd's confident in his ability. He knows he's been there before. Stuff like that. Like, look. Watch this uppie. Watch this uppie. Bow. He just fed Canelo that uppie, man. Fed him that uppie. Oh my gosh. In front of him. And look at Canelo blocking all crazy because he got hit with that uppie. Look at Canelo's hands go. He's like, oh shit, where'd that come from? Oh shit. Look at him block all crazy. Oh shit, what side do I block? Look. But Floyd's this huge bitch and pillow fisted and all that shit. Canelo started blocking everything. Oh shit, they bombing on me. Vámonos. This is what I'm talking about, bro. We're gonna show you some boxing. Look at Floyd with no hesitation on the ropes. Canelo's on the rope, look. Canelo's on the rope, no hesitation. Bow. He throwing shit. Sweeping right. Bow. But when Golovkin, who is the bigger man, had Canelo, I was born ready on the ropes, he was more hesitant. Gotta think about that. And Golovkin's supposed to be this boogeyman, best since Marvin Hagler stuff. And he's clearly bigger than Floyd and Canelo. Floyd didn't even waste no time when Canelo's on the ropes to think about it. He knew he was the better man. But I'm looking forward to the rematch, Canelo Triple G. I think it'll be a good fight. Canelo got better since he'll still lose to Floyd. It don't matter because he got better. Okay, put it this way. Since Floyd, name someone who fights like Mayweather that Canelo has fought. I'm going to wait. So you say he got better. Name someone that fights like Floyd that Canelo has fought since the Floyd fight. I'll wait. Lara, exactly. And that's the fight where people say he arguably lost. You all just proved my point. Set y'all up for the okie doke. He fought Lara. And Lara was the one giving him problems. And Lara was the guy he still hasn't rematched to this day. And Lara's the guy that some people thought beat him. No one said James Kirkland beat him. Nobody said Angulo or somebody beat him. Lara was the one. So I set y'all up. So the only person, so realistically, we don't know. We know he looks better, and I don't doubt that he's better, but we don't ultimately know unless he starts doing very well against the styles that have complicated it for him. And he didn't. Versus Lara is super competitive. Chavez Jr. don't fight like Mayweather. Horrible defense, barely threw no punches. This is some easy work, man. I thought Lara won by 1 or 2 rounds. 117, 111. Get out of here. Get it out of here, man. So everyone keeps saying Canelo looks better and done better. But at the same time, he hasn't even really fought. He's kind of steered clear of the style. His team said, oh, we ain't fighting no Willie Monroe. And I'm not saying he can't beat Willie Monroe. I don't know, because Willie Monroe didn't look great versus Billy Joe Saunders. But that's still the style that he's had problems with. Junior Johns with the super chat, do this money dance. He says Anthony Joshua needs to fight Wilder and stop looking to fight inactive fighters or retired fighters. $10 super chat from Junior Johns. Shout out to the man. I want to see Wilder versus AJ. That's my number 1 heavyweight fight for sure. Laughing my ass off. Come on, man. You think Lara won Canelo versus Lara? You the only one laughing. That's how I know when y'all some cornballs, because y'all be laughing at your own jokes that ain't funny. Go scroll up through the text. There's other people that had a lot of winning too. And you talking about, come on, man. You actually thought Lara won. Come on. There's other people that thought he won too. So the joke's on you. Like I said it was a close fight, but I had a lot of winning by 1 or 2 rounds, which is not out of the question. I'm not Levi Martinez. I didn't say Lara won 117, 111. So once again, the joke's on you. Look, Lara won. You're like, come on, ego, come on, man. Look, there's other people saying Lara won too. So like I said, the joke's on you. Close fight, yeah. So then why is it out of the question for me to have Lara winning? Boris, you sound stupid. You sound stupid. You said you just admitted it was a close fight, but it's out of the question for me to have picked Lara as the winner in a close fight. Looking shaky, Boris. Looking shaky, Boris. The chat said he won 9-3. I don't care what the chat said. It was a close fight, and I had Lara winning. Looking shaky, Boris. You better find Natasha and Bullwinkle, because you looking shaky, Boris. It was a close fight. And actually, Canelo's, it really depends. His performance depends on how highly you rate body shots, because that's what he was landing. Body shots. Because Lara was too evasive, and he couldn't really land upstairs flush. So he was landing a bunch of body shots, which were good body shots. That's all he could land. Kind of like Golovkin. Golovkin could only land a jab versus Canelo. Similar circumstance, because Canelo had more of the overall skill. So Golovkin, he wasn't this impressive body puncher that he has maybe been in past fights. Now listen, wasn't a close fight? I disagree. If you're in the stream, hit the like button, man. Everybody hit the like button. We should probably be closer to 200 at this point. I've been on over an hour. If you're new to the stream, hit the like button. It takes a few seconds. Keep the stream going. If not, I got plenty of stuff I should be working on, and I can cut the stream short and jump back on tomorrow. But yeah, man, new media. A lot going on in boxing. A lot of great fights. Damn ego. What does that mean? Stream after work. Yeah, man. We get that work in, buddy. We got to get that work off. A lot to talk about. I would be worried about Canelo's counters too. Yeah, but if you had the right style, then you wouldn't be as worried about it. Like Floyd. Floyd knows he has good reflexes, good timing, a good measure and gauge of distance, and he has a defense. So he was fighting almost more fearless than Golovkin. Golovkin, don't get me wrong, he was walking through some punches and putting a lot of pressure on, but he was also very hesitant, in which we haven't seen him that hesitant against lesser competition. Like when Canelo's on the ropes, why don't you go for broke like you did with Dominique Wade? Because you didn't respect Dominique Wade. You didn't respect Marco Antonio Rubio's ability to counter you, even though he had a high knockout percentage. You knew he had been knocked out before, and that's that. Floyd can't beat Roy Jones. What are you talking about? They're in 2 different weight classes. What are you talking about? Boris is still trying and still desperate. Listen, Triple G is solid. What he's doing is working for him now. But at the same time, in my opinion, the shelf life for his style, it's not going to be there forever. Like guys like B-Hop, Mayweather, even the Marquez, who doesn't have the best defense, but he's a good counterpuncher and stuff. Guys like that are going to have longer careers. Triple G, you're not going to just be able to walk through everybody's shots. That's just what it is. Like, who knows? Jamal Charlo, he might have been killing himself to make 54 because he looks pretty damn big. I mean, I don't know that Triple G can just walk through all of his shots. if they land flush. And Jamal might have a little bit more athleticism, you know what I mean, like behind it. Charlo has a good jab, so that could be a contest of like, I don't even know how to explain it, man. Charlo countered an African American fighter that has a level of slickness like J-Rock. He countered the 1-2 with the swift ass uppercut. Triple G ain't doing shit like that. He's not even really like an inside fighter. You know what I'm saying? When have you ever seen Triple G like bow and then fire back with the uppercut? You know what I mean? Counter the 1-2 with an uppercut. So Triple G, those are the shots that hurt you the most, the ones you don't see coming. J-Rock did not see that coming at all. And see, time is ticking because when people feel they have you figured out in boxing, it's hard to recoup what you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Tyson's and Pacquiao. If people start seeing that there's a way to beat you, slowly but surely, it starts chipping away at that aura and your confidence. I'm really curious. They're talking about ordering a rematch, immediate rematch. I want to see Golovkin versus Jamal Charlo. He retained his belts. I'd actually probably, since I got to see the Canelo fight already, I would probably rather see the Jamal Charlo fight in Triple G because I think it'll be an action fight. And I don't even know how Charlo takes a punch at 160. But I'm telling you, that slickness, athleticism, and the ability to jab, the youth, the power, and like I said, he's coming from proper training. Like, to pull off a counter uppercut, that's some Ronnie Shields shit. That's some, you know what I mean, some shit he learned in Texas or whatever. Jamal is easy work with Triple G. You mean Triple G is going to destroy him, or Jamal will beat him? You have to clarify what you're saying. Who's the easy work? But I mean, I think even a Charlo versus Danny Jacobs, Luis Cuba Adias winner, or David Lemieux versus Charlo, and then the winner gets a shot at Golovkin, I think something like that would be cool too. Do I think Danny Garcia drops Rios? It's tough telling. That's kind of like the fight of game plans because Danny Garcia's power doesn't look as spot on as 140, but on the other note, Rios ain't really been active since the Tim Bradley loss in 2015. I think it was. He's had one fight, and it was against very low-level opposition, Aaron Herrera or something. Well, I don't know. Jacobs is chinny, but John Smith, that sounds stupid because the biggest puncher in the division and the guy who's the champion and considered number one at middleweight, he's so chinny, he only knocked him down once, and he didn't stop him. So that whole chinny shit, you might as well throw it out the window because you have to come with the game plan to get Mr. Chinny out of there. You understand, Sergio Mora and Triple G have something in common. They both knocked Jacobs down once. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So all that chinny shit is stupid. It's just like saying Rigondeaux's chinny. Okay, maybe he doesn't have the best chin, but nobody's been able to capitalize off it and get Rigondeaux the fuck up out of there. We'll see if Lomachenko has something to say about that. So that whole he's chinny, who cares? If he's so chinny, you can't get him out of there. And the only person that did it to Jacobs is Dimitri Prurov. Peter Quillen didn't. Golovkin didn't. Sergio Mora didn't. So I'm not really concerned with knockdowns. You couldn't put that man away. Just like Kovalev, you hurt Ward, but who cares? Because he stopped you. You didn't stop him. You were able to stop all these other guys, but you got to Ward, dropped him, and couldn't pull the trigger on him. So you got to understand and analyze that. Yeah, these comments are coming kind of fast. What do you think, Eagle? I feel Triple G won off his pressure and activity. not because he was the better fighter versus Canelo. Canelo was clearly more skilled. I don't know. I still haven't watched it a second time. But listen, you got to look at the rules of scoring. And the rules of scoring, it's about effective aggression. So you can make an argument for Canelo. Canelo did get tired. Golovkin did pressure him good, but he also only landed 8 body shots. He also, stuff he had been previously successful with or impressive with didn't show up, like his body punching, his overall combination punching, being able to land some successful flush punches. He was really just jabbing. So listen, even like a Ruslan Provodnikov, that's a good example. Ruslan, I think Golovkin's a better fighter than Ruslan, but at the same time, name somebody who, with Ruslan's style, the way he fights, name somebody in any of his tough fights, big name fights, name someone that reduced Ruslan Provodnikov to only throwing a jab as a power puncher. That's a good question for you guys. Really analyze that. Who has limited Ruslan to just jabbing with his style, the known pressure style, power puncher, brawler, whatever you want to say? Somebody answer that question. So far, I don't see anybody answering it. Nobody? Anybody else? It's all quiet on the Western Front. In Ruslan's toughest fights, Bradley, what are you talking about? All right, let's put Tony in the hot seat because he's just saying stuff. Listen, the whole, when I ask these questions, it's not just for you to name someone he fought. Okay, so explain how Tim Bradley limited him to not throwing combination punches. What are you talking about? That was an all-out war. And Bradley, there's pictures I could show you that were landing on Bradley that weren't no fucking jab. So you're clearly not even listening to the question and just answering based on anybody that Ruslan's fought. This is an exercise to talk boxing. You can't just say a random name that you know Ruslan fought and think that's an acceptable answer. He was landing combination punches on Bradley. You think a jab did this to Bradley? Look at the ref like, oh, hell nah. You got knocked the hell out. A jab did that to Bradley? No. Does that look like a jab to you? Look at Bradley's fucking cheek. He has sound waves in his cheek. Ripples and shit. That is not a jab. So once again, you guys just say dumb shit without even analyzing it. This did not happen from a jab. And Ruslan's the shorter person. Bradley's face looks like a fucking donkey or something. That is not a jab landing. Look at his fucking grill, bro. He gave him that horse mouth. That's what I call it. That's not a jab. These are not jabs. This was not a jab. I could just show you pictures of things landing that weren't a jab. So that's not a successful answer to my question. This probably wasn't a jab. Look at his face right there. Once again, I'll ask the question and just stop guessing. If you don't know the answer, you probably shouldn't put nothing. Name somebody that Ruslan Provodnikov has fought in his biggest fights, Bradley, Matisse, Algieri, whoever, where Ruslan Provodnikov was limited to just jabbing. That's all he did, was jab. That's all he could get away with. No one. Anybody else? Anybody else have a difference? Can they name a fight? Mauricio Herrera, Mike Alvarado. Name a fight where Ruslan Provodnikov was in. DeMarcus Corley. No, you can't even say Algieri. Algieri got on his bicycle, but Ruslan was still, he couldn't catch him, so he wasn't landing much. But the punches that fucked up Algieri weren't jabs. He was still throwing combination punches. You guys are just guessing. Ruslan was still, because that's, y'all got to stop this. That's why the whole Golovkin Mexican style shit is stupid. Ruslan fights more Mexican style. If the definition is what I think it is, what they're trying to say Mexican style is, the Ruslan Provodnikov fights more Mexican style. Golovkin doesn't. He's not willing to walk through pure fire. Not saying he doesn't have a chin, because he showed that, but he's at least trying to think it through. Ruslan would just walk through heavy metal from Lucas Matisse and still try to get combination. His face is shredding up and cutting. Golovkin ain't trying to go through that. So y'all got to stop with that. He landed jabs and no body shots. So you guys, you know what I'm saying? You guys understand boxing. But it's not just Ruslan. You could say Francisco Vargas, he's Mexican. When he fought Takashi Miura, he wasn't just jabbing. He's an actual Mexican fighter. He went to war with the boy from Japan, Takashi Miura, right? And he almost got knocked out in the round before he stopped, but he's still letting his hands go. Golovkin seems more hesitant when he's matched with somebody that could crack, that has a bit of skill, like Jacobs and like Canelo, even Kell Brook, when he was met with the skill and speed and different things that can offset what Golovkin does well, you've seen Golovkin fight a different fight. Yeah, Kama guy don't give a fuck. Cotto was lumping him up and he still kept coming forward. Yeah, Algieri's eye was pretty fucked up. What else y'all want to talk about? I'm about to get off here pretty soon. I just want to know what y'all think. What else y'all want to talk about before I get out of here? We got some super chats. We just chilling. Y'all want to talk about Amir Khan? Put yes or no. Y'all want to see the latest with Amir Khan? Yes or no, Amir Khan? No, yes, yes. Come on, a couple more. All right. Y'all rude talking about no. So Amir Khan posted this. It's a picture of him. And he says, I can't wait to get back in the ring where I belong. I apologize to all my fans for not being active for a year. I want this more than anyone. Time to make my comeback right to the top where I belong. A lot's happened in my life, and it's time I put everything behind me. I apologize to everyone for all the wrongdoings. Time to move on and do what I do best. Boxing. Hashtag Team Khan. Posted this yesterday. 28,000 plus likes. So, who do y'all want to see Khan come back to? I want to see Khan versus Broner. Fuck that. Make that shit in December. That would be dope. Man, what if... Let me be Al Heyman for a day. Errol Spence Jr. versus Lamont Peterson in December. And Broner versus Khan on the co-main event. Boom. That's solid. I think that's solid. Khan versus Lamont Peterson 2. That's dope. That's dope too. A rematch from the 140 days, now at welterweight. But I still like my idea. I think that would be a huge... Man, that would be dope. I wish the motherfucker Maidana was still fighting. Because I think Maidana could give problems to really all the guys. All the top guys. Broner versus Victor Ortiz or Khan versus Victor Ortiz. I'm not trying to see Billy Joe Saunders versus Khan. That's stupid. Billy Joe Saunders, he need to fight Golovkin or something. Or Charlo or somebody in his division. That's stupid. You know, picking on Khan and you a middleweight. That's dumb. That's like Billy Saunders go fight your friend Tyson Fury. He's 400 pounds. You fight him. Marcos beats Keith. Spence gonna walk through Lamont. I don't know. I want to see it. Oh, I guess you're not up on supposed recent Johnny Nelson's interview with Joshua. What, Joshua was talking about fighting Wilder later or some shit? I don't know all the details. I just heard that. Somebody sent me on Instagram. Thurman versus Amir. That's a dangerous comeback fight, though, for Amir, because he got knocked out versus Canelo. What's 2019, 2020? What about it? That's when Joshua was trying to fight Wilder? Or what's that? What are those dates? I don't understand. You guys got to put full sentences. Y'all got to put complete sentences. Before I get off, let's see if we can hit 200 likes on here. What's that 2019, 2020? Somebody write a complete sentence and make sure we get the likes up. If you're new to the stream, hit the like button. Let's see if we can get 200 up out of here. Spence Porter should happen. Listen, it's not going to happen. Porter has his own fight with Granados. Errol Spence is trying to get in there ASAP. He did not. Okay, so who said Joshua? Joshua said that he should fight Wilder in 19 or 2020? Where is this at so I can research it? Because I don't like that. Steven Seagal versus Foreman. Put that on the undercard. That's funny. Winner gets a Foreman grill and $150K. I know y'all ain't hitting the like button because we barely even went up. And then when y'all put the likes, it just goes up dramatically. Hit that like button if you want to talk to this boxing stuff. Khan versus Jesse Vargas. That's solid. I like Khan versus Broner. Khan or who else could come from? Victor Ortiz. Does Granado have a chance? I mean, anyone has a chance in boxing. I would favor Porter, but Granados, he showed he could box in those first 3 rounds versus Broner. The difference is Broner gives you more time to think because he don't let his hands go. Sean Porter just, I got training footage of Sean Porter. He's very aggressive, and his training is like pretty intense. You get me? So it's a styles make fights. Broner being able to outbox Granados being able to outbox Broner, they've sparred before. And then so Granados may have picked up, because Granados sparred Broner for the Maidana camp, in case you guys didn't know that. So he had experience with Broner particularly. I talked to Porter, and they never said nothing about sparring with Granados, so I'm just going to assume that they haven't sparred. So that you don't know. You know what you see, what every fighter sees about the next man on TV. And like I said, styles make fights. Broner is very economical with his punches. Like, I think he hurt Mikey Garcia, but he just wasn't doing enough of it to win. You know what I mean? And to capitalize. So Granados, if he boxes smart, he has to box smart, stay on his toes, and like find a way to suppress the Sean Porter attack. So it'll be an uphill battle. Especially, he has experience at 47, but not as much as Sean Porter. Sean Porter has fought at 47 most of his career, and he even fought at 165. Can we get to 200? And I'll tell y'all what Kenny Porter taught me, and I didn't know this at all. Kenny Porter told me something I never even heard. I didn't even know this was true. So if you want to hear a little secret, not even a secret, well, it's probably a secret to most. We got to get up to 200 likes if y'all want me to start spilling the beans of what I know, because it's someone that Sean Porter beat in the amateurs, right? Someone Sean Porter beat in the amateurs. I didn't even know he fought. got to get to 200 before I spill the beans on. Nah, not everyone knows that he fought Danny Jacobs. This is someone different. He fought Edwin Rodriguez. Everybody knows that stuff. I heard he stopped Willie Monroe Jr. in the amateurs, but that's not what I'm talking about. Nope, it ain't Demetrius Andre. But yeah, I heard Sean Porter stop Willie Monroe Jr. That's not even the person though. All right, y'all don't want to hear it because we're not at 200 likes yet. So what's the next subject y'all want to talk about? I don't even know if Lemieux had an amateur career, so it definitely ain't him. And it's not Andre Durrell. Y'all just guessing now. It's somebody who's doing good and undefeated right now. No, it's not Mike Tyson. It's not even about stopping him. I don't think he stopped the person. I didn't even know they fought. Nope, it's not Spence, not Lamont Peterson, not Lubin. Well, y'all will never know because we're not at 200 likes. Anyway, Broner's talking about fighting December. Who y'all want to see him fight? Who y'all want to see Broner? We ain't at 200. It don't show on my side. The name Matisse. And we got to be over 200 because people be playing games and taking the likes back. So if we can't get to 200 likes, I'm not spilling the beans. I told y'all. Y'all work for me, I work for y'all. But I think Porter Granados is a good fight, though. I'm about to get off here. I got some business emails. I just checked. Damn. Yeah, I gotta attend to these business emails, man. Shout out to Alejandro. He just donated on Venmo. We working. Porter Duck Spence. How you know that? How do you know the fight was offered to him? See, y'all just be saying shit. Shout out to the people who were hitting me up on Venmo. Alejandro. He says more boxing knowledge. $5. Shout out to my dude Alejandro. We working. So hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Depending on what the likes are on the next one, maybe I'll reveal and spill the beans. We just getting started. What's the reality TV bag? I get a ton of emails, man. I try to go through it, but we're trying to get to Victor Postol's fighting Regis Prograis. Miguel Berchelt might fight Orlando Salido. That's a good fight. I heard Berchelt wasn't coming back till 2018. Tom Loeffler saying that Triple G might even wait for Canelo. It might not fight this year. Man, I want to see him fight Billy Joe Saunders, man. Cotto might fight David Lemieux. WBC ordering a lot of great fights. I did a video about Mikey Garcia, Jorge Linares. They want Regis Prograis versus Victor Postol since Crawford moved up and has vacated his belts or vacating all of them. There's some action out here, man. Let's do a roll call. Yeah. Let me know where y'all from. Beginning and ending my streams. That's how I like to end them. Let me know where y'all at. Cities, states, zips. Detroit, Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Central Virginia, Baltimore, stand up, LA, Texas, Pennsylvania, Jersey, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, Vegas, Barbados, San Antonio, San Angelo, Chicago, Garfield Park Boxing, LBC, Don King is Bill Cosby, whatever that means, Omaha, 703 Orlando, 719 Philly, Dallas, Fontana, New Zealand, Point Loma, Jersey, Omaha, Black China's Bathtub. Wow, you ain't Rob Kardashian. Sydney, Australia, 732 Jersey. Man, we got to get a couple more likes if y'all want to hear this this trivia, if you will. So if we can get some last minute likes and it jumps up, I'll say it. If not, I'll save it for the next stream. We need some more likes though. It's somebody that Sean Porter beat that is currently a champion. I didn't even know he fought him in the amateurs. And the guy is way bigger now. So I was pretty impressed to know that when they were younger, they fought and he won. San Diego. So get the like up. I logged into 3 accounts and gave you likes. We need more than that. You could cook eggs on the streets. No, it's somebody that's much bigger than Sean Porter. He fights at a much bigger division now. I'll just save it. I'm not trying to tease y'all and taunt y'all. So let me know what y'all guys think. It's been fun. More stuff on the channel coming soon. I got to attend to these business emails. Shout out to the super chats. Shout out to the Venmo. I got a Venmo today. We working. It's Venmo. Just type in Boxingego. You can put in my email, which you can find. All the links are in the description. And it's just like that. Peace out, y'all. Peace out, y'all. Yeah, man, Venmo, we working. Let me know what, okay, if Errol Spence fights Lamont Peterson, Danny Jacobs and Luis Cuba Arias with Gerald Big Baby Miller has a card, Lomachenko Rigondeaux, Wilder Bermain Stiverne with Sean Porter Granados, right? And Cotto Lemieux. Which one, what fight do you want me to cover? If you could pick 2 or 3. No, let's say 2. Out of all those fights I just named, what 2 would you want me to cover? Because I definitely don't think I'm going to be getting to all of them. I live in California, and it's around the holidays. Loma, Rigo, we all agree that that's one I need to try to get to. Spence and Wilder, Jacobs, Rigo versus Loma, Cotto and Rigo. It's hard. I know it's hard for me too. I ain't going on 6 trips to New York. I'll be tired as fuck anyway. Okay, aside from Loma Rigo, because a lot of people are voting for that, name one other fight you would like to see the channel cover? I want to see Loma Rigondeaux. That's a bomb-ass fight. Spence. That has to get announced first. All right, that gives me an idea of where we at. Thank you for the super chats of Venmo, all the support. Thank you guys for leaving comments and being interactive. Just tuning into the live streams. A lot coming. I got to attend to these business emails. Probably get some food to eat, some leftovers. And we working, and that's the show. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. More stuff coming. Peace out, y'all.